Hello, everyone. So in my last video, we spoke about world peace, how that's measured, and what you can do in your individual capacity as global citizens today to contribute in world peace, and how do you propagate that culture in your country at your homes. Today, I'm going to talk about this amazing research that I have come across for last 6, 7 years of relentless pursuit of peace, especially in our region. And I'll tell you that I came across this list of 10 happiest countries in the world. So I went through each one of them. The most interesting one that I think is worth mentioning today is Sweden. And what they did at the administrative and legislative reform level is that they implemented the early epigenetic science in maternity care and parenting education. That is something that has led them to not only go higher on the peace indices amongst the competitive world today, but also sustain it. So I would highly recommend that the latest development in child science, which is epigenetics, is something which should be taken into a country's legislative reform sooner than later. And then I came across another study of these 10 nations, out of which 6 are my favorite: Botswana, Malawi, Qatar, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Vietnam. And something that is worth mentioning here is that these nations received their independence almost at the same time around India, which is 1947, few years here and there, and had similar problems because they were all ruled by British. At some point, they were very poor. They had conflict, poverty, and disease in their country. So, what is it that these countries did? So, I'm going to talk about De Beers. I'm sure everybody knows De Beers because diamonds are forever. We love it. So, Botswana, they come from Botswana, and Botswana is a country. They somehow discovered in 1967 that they had gold mines, and today they run 50-50 joint venture with De Beers. So this is something that saw a sudden, very quick growth, economic growth in Botswana. And these were some very intelligent things that the states did. This was about science of epigenetics and mining. In South Asia today, and of course led by India, I would tell you that the mining contribution in GDP is only 2%. Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, and Sri Lanka. Nepal and Bangladesh are at 1% contribution in their GDPs, and Bhutan has nothing. No, Bhutan and Maldives. So what I'm saying is, if we can look into immediately the kind of investment that is required into research and data mining in this particular field, then we will know that perhaps that will reap us long-term benefits by discovering some of the natural resources that we might have untapped so far in this region, along with, of course, investment in our next generation of good citizens by science of epigenetics. I think these two really need a policy level discussion in the governments, and they must take a note of it right away. This is something that is available on our website, puroinnovations.com. You could please download it. It's for free. We don't charge anything for this. But if you become aware of what we're talking about, that would be the biggest price that you would pay us for this research online. Thank you. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon.